This quick video will show how to log in and create a Nearpod presentation. Nearpod is going to help you take your existing content and make it interactive for students. First thing you're going to do is go to nearpod.com and then you're going to click Sign In. You can sign in with your Northwest Google account, so click Sign In with Google, and then you're going to sign in here. Once you're signed in, you can view all saved Nearpod lessons here under My Library, or you can go and create your own Nearpod lesson. Okay, the cool thing about Nearpod is it lets you upload existing PowerPoints or Google Slides into Nearpod and then add activities for your students. So I'm going to go ahead and choose Upload Files. Notice I can do this from my computer or from Google Drive. And then just give it a second to process and add the slides to your account. So this is just a basic Google Slides presentation. You can upload anything that you want to, but then to add interactive content, you're going to choose Add Slide, and then Add Activity. Notice that I can add an open-ended question, a poll, a quiz, a Draw It feature question, and then some of these are paid features like these last two. You really have a lot of free features here. So if I did open-ended question, I can say, what is a Google Slide? Maybe just to test prior knowledge. This is to hold students accountable to knowing what's going on in the presentation. So I can move this anywhere I want to. So maybe I want to ask this after slide 1, and then I can add more content. One feature I like is the Draw It feature. This shoots a blank canvas, a blank whiteboard to students, and allows them to use the touchscreen to show their work. So this could be math. You could upload an image and have them draw on top of it. You could have them draw vocabulary words or what they're imagining. It's really up to your own creativity here. So I could say graph this line, and I could leave it a blank canvas, but if I'm graphing, I might want to go to Browse My Files and upload a piece of graph paper for them to draw on top of. For now, we'll just leave it blank. We'll maybe say, solve this equation, and we could put an equation there for them to solve, and then save. Okay, so now I see that the Draw It portion is added, and once again, I can move this anywhere that I want to. So I'm going to have that after slide 3. Look at one more option. So those were add activities. You can also add content if you need to add an extra slide. There's some cool field trips. You can add a video. Most of the time, I like to just engage students with this, so you could do Nearpod 3D. This is limited to what Nearpod already has in the bank. But you'll notice they've got different animals. They've got oil refineries, power plants, things on the human body. So maybe we're learning about the skeletal system. So I can add this here. And that's going to provide a 3D shape for the students to move around and look at. And the neat thing about Nearpod is that you're controlling the timing of the presentation. So you can have them look at it and then move on when you're done. When you're finished adding activities and content, you're going to click Save and Exit. It's going to have you choose a grade and a subject, and then Save and Exit. Notice that it's going to pull up my Nearpod library so that I can run this lesson. And these are all saved. If you want to share this with another teacher, you click here and share, and you can type in their email right here. Okay. In order to run the live lesson, you're going to click on Live Lesson, and it's going to give the kids a class code in order to join. So they can go to nearpod.com and put in this code, or if you're using Google Classroom, you can click on Google Classroom and simply choose whichever class you want it to run to, and I'm going to put it in as an announcement. So it would stick this in as a link where the students just click and it takes them straight to the presentation. Once I click Run Live Session, this is what shows up on the students' end of the screen. So they're going to go ahead and put in their name and then send. And we'll toggle back and forth here. So I can see that I've got students in my course, and then you're in charge of advancing the slides. So when you advance a slide, it advances for the students. So I can see my students in here, and they're going to have to type in what they think a Google slide is. And then when they click Send, they will wait for the teacher to advance the slides. So from the teacher standpoint, this is going to load. And they can actually, you can share out answers. If you want to discuss maybe a really great answer, you can share that with the kids. But as you advance, they're going to see the next slide in front of them. So when it comes to the drawing slide, for the teacher, it's going to have the drawings awaiting here until they're uploaded. And one feature I love is this showing names feature, so I can actually turn that off so that everyone that uploads is anonymous. So that's a really great feature to use in class. But then the students for this drawing feature can go in, they can use their touch screen, they can solve work. They have got the eraser option, they can add text, they can change colors. So here's just a text box. So students can really have a blank canvas to create for just a few minutes, and when they're done, they click send. Notice that the teacher is going to see what the students draw, and then they can share that out with the class once again if they want to by clicking share. Okay, and the teacher continues to advance the slides. We'll look at this one other one. So it takes just a second, but this is the 3D object. So the student can kind of look at the skeletal body, move it around, really kind of look at the details. And when the teacher advances the slides, then it will advance for students as well. Have fun using Nearpod, and if you have any questions, let me know.